When it comes to the Iron Dome, the executive order directed the implementation of an Iron Dome. It also, as you said, kind of directed research and studies to see if or how the United States can go about doing this, particularly the Department of Defense.
Hey guys, Trump just signed some major executive orders. He just ended DEI, reinstated troops, and now he's pushing for a U.S. Iron Dome. Is this restoring strength, or as the liberals are saying, are we reversing progress? Let's break it down.
Greenlighting an Iron Dome here in the United States, just one of several actions announced by President Trump. You heard Caroline Leavitt talk about the study and research to begin that process, and it is part of the intention to prioritize military readiness. President Trump also took executive action targeting DEI programs, reinstating service members who were discharged because of the COVID-19 vaccine mandate, and took steps to prevent openly transgender people from serving, a move previously repealed by President Biden. Fox News senior strategic analyst and retired four-star General Jack Keane joins me now. General Keane, always good to have you with us. Thank you very much for joining us. First of all, your reaction to these executive orders that came in fast and furious as the new Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, took the helm.
Well, I don't have a problem with any of them. I thought the DEI thing from the very beginning didn't make a lot of sense. For years, we've had, every single year I was in the Army, almost 38 years, we had equal opportunity officers and officers and NCOs who helped work that and educated us on making certain that we had equal opportunity. The DEI thing was more about equity, and it took away the emphasis on meritocracy. And we have had significant, successful racial integration in the United States military, where a person of color at every NCO rank or every officer rank, all the way up to 4 stars, are supervising a white majority. That's the reality of what's out there. And it's been out there for years. And it's been very, very successful. So listen, I think the Defense Department, when they were asked to execute DEI, we're likely the first organization, because that's who we are, to put it in place. Yeah. They're being asked to dissolve it. They're likely going to be the first organization in the federal government to dissolve it. And let's move on.
So let's talk about the Iron Dome possibility in the last minute that we have here. Can it work? And are you a supporter of that program?
Well, I think what the president is doing is trying to solve a very complicated problem that the United States faces. Iron Dome was certainly a name that the Israelis used to take down rockets and short-range missiles that attack them, and they have 2 other tiered systems. Their situation is very different. Their neighbors are attacking them, and they have Iran and the Houthis attacking them from about 1,000 miles away. We have none of our neighbors are threatening us, and no one in this hemisphere is going to threaten us. So our problem comes from our adversaries who are oceans away on land, but can approach us by sea and threaten us with different kinds of weapons. The challenge the United States is facing, and I think the president is really clever here, he's trying to focus the efforts of the research and development community and the Department of Defense by saying, I want an air shield. I want to protect the American people. Well, these advanced weapon systems, take what they are, hypersonic glide systems. China launched one in 21. It circumnavigated the globe. It was propelled by a rocket and then came up through the southern hemisphere.
Yep.
Think of that. All of our protection against ICBM missiles are in the northern hemisphere. Wow. And they were able to obviously do that, and we did not detect any of it, Martha. We could not track that system as it was circumnavigating the globe, came up through the southern hemisphere, then went back towards China. Yeah. This is a profound capability that the Department of Defense is aware of, and we got to track it. And the same thing, Russia is developing a very sophisticated cruise missile that they're advertising will eventually be able to circumnavigate the globe. These are major threats. And we've got to get on with developing tracking systems and certainly intercepting systems to do that. Just 2 examples of what the United States is facing that are quite unique and very different from what Israel is doing.
Well, that's the second example on this program today of a place where China has surprised us in their technology and abilities. So we're stepping it up after the last 4 years. General Keane, thank you.
Here's my question, guys. let me know. Maybe I'm just crazy, but somebody's got to ask it. Was the military ever broken? U.S. military has operated for decades on meritocracy. It's ensured that the best rise through the ranks. Was DEI even necessary? In fact, I would say this: DEI weakened our readiness because it was prioritizing equity over qualifications, and that actually meant lowering standards. Was this ever about national security, or was it just political ideology? Was it just a nice little sermon that they were preaching? But when you really look deep underneath the cover, it made no sense. Trump's putting effectiveness first. By eliminating DEI initiatives, he's refocusing the military on what actually matters, and that is strength, discipline, combat readiness. You know, America's enemies, they're not too worried about our diversity quotas. While China and Russia are advancing their military power, should the U.S. actually be spending money and time on these woke policies? I mean, this is a win for true equality. Every soldier should be judged by one thing and one thing alone, and that is their skills. That is their ability to perform in combat, not their race, not their gender, not their ideology. Isn't that what America is supposed to stand for? Come on, guys. This is a big win today. We need to see it for what it is. But guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Are you with me? You have a different opinion? I'm taking a strong opinion on this one. I'm 100% behind what Donald Trump is doing here. But if you maybe are kind of in between or something, leave a comment down below. Explain your side of it, because this is what I want with this channel. And that is, I want this channel to really make a difference. We cannot have great discussions if we're unwilling to talk like adults and not like children, like everyone else is doing in this country, which is actually crazy. But guys, so leave a comment. Do me a big favor. Hit that like button. It helps out the channel. I don't care what side you're on. Hit the like button. It helps out with my channel, guys. It helps the truth get out there. It broadens the conversation so we can get this video to more people, so that more people can add their 2 cents in, guys. All right. And also, hey, if you're not a subscriber, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button. Join the difference, guys. Every day, coming out with new videos talking about what is happening from a conservative Christian perspective. All right, guys. I will see y'all later with another video. Y'all take it easy. Peace.